There is a unique loneliness that lives in the middle of the night. It's the feeling of being the only person awake in a sleeping world, lying in the dark with a body that is heavy with exhaustion, but a mind that refuses to surrender. It's the silent battle against your own thoughts, the frustration of watching the minutes and then the hours crawl by, knowing that the morning will demand an energy you simply do not have. For years, you may have believed this was your new reality, an irreversible consequence of aging. You may have blamed your mattress, your diet, or even yourself, believing you had simply forgotten how to sleep. But what if the reason for your broken nights isn't found in the darkness at all? What if the key to unlocking deep, restorative sleep is hidden in a simple forgotten habit that belongs to the first few moments of your day? If this message speaks to something you've been quietly living with, I invite you to stay with me until the end, because what you'll hear today might bring the relief you've been hoping for. And before we dive in, I'd be truly honored if you'd take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave a like if this message resonates with your journey, and share it with someone you care about, maybe a friend from church, a longtime neighbor, someone from your walking group, or even your brother or sister. And in the comments, please tell us where you're watching from and how old you are, because you'll see you're not alone. This is a space of care, and your story matters. Inside every cell of your body exists an ancient internal clock known as the circadian rhythm. Think of it as a master conductor, designed to orchestrate a perfect symphony of biological processes over a 24-hour cycle. In the morning, this conductor cues the release of cortisol, the hormone of alertness and energy, to help you rise and meet the day. As evening approaches, it signals the gradual release of melatonin, the hormone of darkness, which prepares your body for deep and healing sleep. For millennia, this rhythm was set by the most reliable clock humanity has ever known, the rising and setting of the sun. But our modern lives have muffled the conductor's cues. We live indoors under the constant glow of artificial lights, confusing our internal clock until it no longer knows when to play the music of the day or the lullaby of the night. This isn't a personal failing, it's a biological confusion, and it is entirely reversible. The single greatest mistake, the one habit that quietly dismantles this delicate rhythm, happens within the first hour of your day. It is the habit of starting your morning in darkness. By waking up and remaining indoors under dim artificial light, we deprive our brain of the most important signal it needs to start the 24-hour clock correctly. We are essentially telling our master conductor to stay asleep, which means the wake-up signal is weak, and consequently, the wind-down signal 14 to 16 hours later will be just as fragile. This initial error is then compounded by our evening habits. We flood our eyes with the blue light from televisions, tablets, and phones right before bed, sending a powerful, confusing signal of daytime to our brain precisely when it should be preparing for night. We have, in essence, erased the clear lines between day and night, leaving our bodies in a state of perpetual twilight. The solution is as profound as it is simple. It is a return to the wisdom our ancestors lived by every single day. It is the practice of exposing your eyes to direct, natural sunlight for just 10 to 15 minutes within the first hour of waking. This is not about sunbathing, it is about light. The specific frequencies of light present only in the morning sun act as a powerful reset button. When this light enters your retina, it sends an unambiguous message directly to your brain's master clock, commanding it to halt melatonin production completely and to start the cortisol timer for the day. By doing this one simple thing, You are creating a strong anchor for your circadian rhythm. You are starting a precise biological countdown that will trigger the natural, powerful release of melatonin later that evening, exactly when you need it to fall asleep with ease. It is a morning ritual for a peaceful night. Think of a retired professor, a man who cherished the quiet solitude of his evenings with a good book. But for years, insomnia had turned his beloved nights into a source of dread. He had tried everything: herbal teas, sleeping pills that left him groggy, meditation apps he couldn't focus on. Nothing worked. He then learned about this principle of morning light. Reluctantly, he began a new habit. Every morning, he would take his first cup of tea and sit on his small balcony for 15 minutes, simply watching the world wake up. The first week, his nights were unchanged, and his skepticism grew. But into the second week, he noticed something subtle. He began to feel a natural wave of drowsiness around 10 o'clock, a feeling he hadn't experienced in a decade. He started falling asleep not long after his head hit the pillow. Within a month, he was sleeping through most of the night, reclaiming his energy and, most importantly, his peaceful relationship with the night. He didn't find the cure in a bottle. He found it in the sunrise. Our bodies are not broken machines. They are magnificent living organisms, finely tuned to the rhythms of the natural world. We have not lost the ability to sleep. We have simply lost our connection to the signals that guide it. The solution to many of our modern struggles is not found in a new invention, but in a return to an ancient truth. Healing our sleep is not about what we do in the moments before we close our eyes, but about how we honor the beginning of our day. We must first welcome the light to be able to truly embrace the dark. You're not too old. It's not too late. Your body still remembers how to heal. It just needs your help to begin.